Salut, c'est Mathieu de Ludovox et aujourd'hui je suis sur le stand de Raid Raven avec Ryan Laukat qui est l'auteur et l'illustrateur de Artefacts Inc. Hi Ryan, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Fine, thanks. And how is the GenCon going for you so far?
It's really great. It's our first year here, but we're selling out really quickly. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, well, it's fun to sell out, sure.
Right.
And your tables are always full.
Yeah, we're constantly doing demos, and people are so interested in trying them, so it's been fun.
Okay, so you have a new upcoming game, Artefacts Inc. What is the object of the game? How do we play it?
So in Artefacts Inc., you're running an archaeology company in 1929, and you've got to send adventurers all over the world to find different artifacts, and you sell them to museums. It's a dice placement card game, so it's got worker placement in it, and it's a lot of fun. It takes about an hour to play. So,
okay, so we have we can dive and we can probably retrieve things. How does it work? How do we place our workers?
Yeah, so the way it works is each player has a number of dice, and so they'll roll the dice at the beginning of their turn, and then they can place the dice on cards they own. I've got a couple of, all these cards a player can purchase. So some of these cards might be, let's see. So, like this is a mountain expedition. So they would be sending their adventurers to go search in the mountains to go find gemstones, or in this case, they'll send them to the jungle, and they can go and find statues. And then they take those artifacts that they find, they have to sell them to museums, and they get money from that, and they can use that to buy more assets. They might open up other expeditions in like the desert or, a canyon or something like that. And the point is to become the most famous archaeology company in the world.
So, how many players does it play? And you said 40 minutes, is that?
Yeah, so it's 2 to 4 players. It's about an hour to play. Very quick to learn, just a couple of rolls. So
probably a bit deep once you know the mechanics.
Yeah, and it definitely rewards multiple plays.
How did you come up with the idea, even if it's a recurring theme, that the forgotten things come to surface?
Yeah, so the way I came up with it is I was listening to a podcast talk about a man named Roy Chapman Andrews, and he was an archaeologist, adventurer person that lived around in the 20s, and he visited China, and he was actually the first person to discover dinosaur eggs, and I thought that story was so cool, so I just decided, he needs a game, so it's a little bit inspired by that. Okay,
and how do you come up with the drawings? Because you have a universe of your own, and it's very hard to mistake one of your games for another game, because you really have an art style. So how do you come up with the design?
So I do sort of have this look that I'm always going for, so it's easily recognizable. In this case, I actually looked up a lot of pictures from the period. So in the 1920s, I looked up pictures of trucks and planes and people doing different things, and they're, so I could get that look that I was going for, even though it does kind of fit right in with all of our fantasy games as well. It looks similar, but that's basically what I did.
What is your favorite painting media? Do you prefer traditional painting or digital painting?
When I was younger, I used to use watercolor quite a bit. Now I only use Photoshop, so it's all digital, from beginning to end.
And as for the design process, what is your favorite part? Do you prefer the moment where the idea is coming up to you, or fine-tuning, playtesting?
Yeah, so the fine-tuning, playtesting is sort of the hard work. My favorite part is the beginning. Coming up with that idea is so exciting.
Okay, well, thank you very much for taking time to introduce us to the world of Artefacts Inc. And we'll see each other on the website, probably.
Okay, thank you very much.
Salut et à bientôt sur Ludovox.